Hello everyone. Today I thought of sharing with you all one of the most influential stories in my life. In my spiritual journey, I got to hear many stories. But out of these stories, this is one of the most profound and powerful stories that I've heard, which honestly changed my life. And so, here's the story. This is 2,500 years ago in Buddha's time. And there was this one man called Daruchira. The reason why he got that name is because he was wearing wood kind of a clothing, like a dress. And so this man was trying different ways in order to realize this truth. One of the ways was wearing this wood kind of a dress. So there are many people who try to realize the truth in many different ways. There were some people called Niganta, where they just stood naked on the sun for many hours. So there are many extreme ways that people have tried to realize the truth. So this was one of his ways to realize the truth. And he tried many ways, but he realized he came to a point even though I've done many things, I haven't realized the truth, and I want to figure this out. I want to know the truth. What is it? And then he got to hear that there's someone called Buddha, he's sharing about this and he knows the way. So one time he just he heard that the Buddha was in a particular village and he was going towards that village. And he figured that the Buddha has already left that village by then, at the time that he arrived. So he just missed the chance to meet the Buddha. And another time, he was trying to go to another particular village, and even that time he missed meeting the Buddha. So third time, one time again he heard that the Buddha was in a particular village. So he just reached this village, and now he get to see the Buddha just right in front of him. He was so got excited and he just ran towards him. And then he asked I want to know the truth, what is it? So Buddha, he has a way that when he's just going for the alms, he doesn't really give sermons or give teachings. So at that time he just said, no, I am going for alms now, right now. I can't really give any teachings right now. But he was very much persistent because he said that I'm not sure whether I could even wait until then because I'm not sure about my life. And then Buddha, in stories it says that Buddha could see his mind and his future, and he could see literally that this man is going to die in another 10 minutes time with the attack of a bull. So just like that, Buddha thought, okay, let me share this man, because he also recognized that this man has the potential to realize the truth. So at that particular time, Buddha gave this teaching, which is quite profound. And here's the teaching. He said that Because now, like, here's the thing. Now Buddha needs to share this in the shortest period possible because he's going to die very soon. So this is what he shared. If you see something, see it, and that's it. And if you hear something, hear it, and that's it. If you smell something, smell it, and that's it. If you feel something, feel it, and that's it. And just hearing these few words, this man got realized, and after a few minutes he was attacked by a bull and he died on the spot. And he was a lucky man. Just before he died, he got the opportunity to realize the truth. So, like, just by hearing these few words, you can even see that there's some real power in those words. Like, even though that's very short, but this, if you feel, you can see that there's some power in those sentences. What does that mean, really? If someone can really live in that way where you see it and just the scene and you hear it, just the hearing, and if you feel something and just the feeling, and if you smell something, just the smelling, and if you taste something, just the tasting. If you live moment to moment with this way of life, I think you don't really need to awaken or anything like that, because that's it, That is the way. And if you live moment to moment, what more enlightenment you need, and what a liberation to live like that. And that man, for a few minutes, he realized the profoundness of this story, this small verse that Buddha shared. And even after 2,500 years after, when I hear that, I immediately got that hit. Oh, there's something really powerful about this story. And that's why you need to have that intuition in order to feel in this spiritual journey. It's all about going with your intuition, listening to your inner voice. When I listen to this, I get goosebumps, because that's the power of that story. And later, based on this particular story, there were meditations which I found very, very powerful. And so that is the story that I want to share with you all. And I want you to really ponder on this teaching and see how you can apply this in your life. Like, for example, let's take an example, Let's take you just scroll down in Facebook or somewhere like that, and you see something which is very disturbing, and like, if you can, just you see it, and you just simply see it and just let it go, you know. Just like what happens with us is like we can't just see it. We create more thoughts around that. We will not stop from there. If we see something and we see it, and then there's so many thoughts around it, there's so many judgment, there's so much description, there's so many story that we create around that, which is completely unnecessary. You know, sometimes there can be useful ways, because if you're planning something, yes, you need it. But most of the ways that we create unnecessary thinking for everything. You know, like imagine if someone applies them in their life and live their life in that way, how profound their life would be. And that's how realized beings live moment to moment, because they themselves have realized that the whole thing is an illusion, and it's just appearing and disappearing, appearing and disappearing. And whenever we cling on to this, that's where the suffering. So if we can see it and just the scene of it, there's no person there, you know, but and we hear it, and there's just a hearing, there's no person here. And we get a feeling, but just a feeling, but there's no person. To even see the gravity of what I'm talking here. If you can just apply this one thing in your life, your whole life will change. I guarantee you on that. Because most of the people really addicted to their thinking. They're constantly thinking. And there's no end to it.